Hey guys, hey, come on in. Just want to give you an update. I want to thank everybody because it's a lot going on in communities, and I just want y'all to know I'm standing strong. This too shall pass, but I want to thank you for your love, your support, your text messages, your emails, everything that you send me just to tell me, Tiff, you got this. So about last night.
Yeah, about last night. I want to issue you and all of your administration a warning about your actions that could have severe consequences that you have definitely not considered if a court of law slaps a label on your behavior as moral turpitude. Hello everyone, welcome to the Go Political channel. I am Carlton Flowers. Today's video, we have a very important update that should be taken seriously by everyone, including you, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, because there are grave consequences for both you and the entire population of the village of Dolton and the Thornton Township. In this video, we are going to explore a legal determination set forth by a court of law called moral turpitude. What is moral turpitude, you ask? It's an act or behavior that gravely violates the sentiment or accepted standard of the community, or a quality of dishonesty or other immorality that is determined by a court to be present in the commission of a criminal offense. I would issue a strong warning to you, Tiffany Henyard, because your transgressions could be classified as moral turpitude by a court of law. But what does this mean? What are the consequences of this labeling? And has she done anything that would be classified as moral turpitude? We'll answer those questions in just a bit, but I digress. Either one of two things is going on here. Tiffany Henyard suffers from psychotic depravity, and she is a dangerous sociopathic criminal that the majority of the people in Dolton and Thornton Township want to see stopped and incarcerated. Or the entire world population just suffers from a strange mass psychogenic illness, rife with delusions and hallucinations, as all of the evidence found against Mayor Henyard is really just fake news. Now then, Mayor Tiffany Henyard always admonishes the people to do y'all research and find the facts. But here's the kicker. The fact of the matter is, she talks too much. I mean, let's think about this. The trail of evidence that Tiffany Henyard has left for us, I'm talking about the actual words that have come out of her mouth, left on video for the world to see, is longer than the trail of tears that stretches through 9 entire states. Now, let's get back to those questions that we posed regarding moral turpitude. How about we look at this term as it relates to an elected official? Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't help that. I had to do it. All right. When an elected official commits crimes involving embezzlement, stealing, kickbacks, or deception, and a court deems these acts to be moral turpitude, several significant consequences can follow. Now, let's go through a list of 5 different areas of consequence, starting out with criminal penalties. The official may face criminal charges, including fines, imprisonment, or both, depending on the severity of the offenses. Embezzlement, stealing, and kickbacks are serious crimes that can lead to substantial prison sentences. All right, number 2, disqualification from office. Conviction for crimes involving moral turpitude can result in disqualification from holding public office. Elected officials found guilty may be removed from their positions or barred from seeking re-election. That's big. Number 3, we have permanent disqualification. Some jurisdictions permanently disqualify individuals convicted of crimes involving moral turpitude from holding any state position. This extends beyond the specific office they held and can significantly impact their future career prospects. Wow. All right, number 4, restitution and fines. Courts may order restitution to compensate victims for financial losses resulting from embezzlement or theft. Fines can be substantial, reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. And last but not least, number 5, public censure and reputation damage. Even if not legally required, public censure and damage to reputation are common consequences. The public's trust in the official may be irreparably harmed, affecting their potential standing and personal life. Even though I don't think there's much more damage that could be done to Tiffany Henyard's reputation after all that has transpired over the last several years. Oh, wait a minute. There's a 6th one that I forgot. This could be significant. Civil lawsuits. Victims or affected parties may file lawsuits seeking compensation, and these lawsuits can result in financial liability and further tarnish the official's reputation. All right, so in summary, crimes involving moral turpitude can have severe legal, professional, and personal repercussions for elected officials, and the court's determination plays a crucial role in shaping these consequences. Time to connect the dots. All right, guys, it's time to tie it all in and bring it home. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to watch the video presentation, the live stream that Tiffany Henyard did on June the 4th, and then we're going to share a couple of clips from the news and reminisce about some of the things that she has done. And then we'll decide if these acts fit the description of moral turpitude. Let's review the definition so that we can have a fresh understanding of what we're looking for. It's an act or behavior that gravely violates the sentiment or accepted standard of the community. In other words, is she doing things that violates the sentiment and what the people of Dolton and Thornton Township would say should be the standard of morality or living? Second definition, or a quality or dishonesty or other immorality that is determined by a court to be present in the commission of a criminal offense. So while she is robbing, stealing, and committing crimes, does this display a dishonesty or immorality or depravity? Think about those things as we review. Now, I've got the timestamps for the video. We're going to run through this video. I have it on 1.5 speed because I can't stand to hear her talk, and I don't want to hear this entire presentation because it makes me sick to have to listen to her at lengths of time. So I will go through these timestamps, and I might interject with a couple of news stories later on, but we're going to start out with the 38-second point where we're going to hear a statement that she makes that is concerning creating division and shifting blame.
So about last night we had a board meeting, and it saddens my heart that it's so much chaos going on that people want to create division amongst us but not give facts and truth to what's going on in our community.
All right, so she's saying that it's the other people's fault for creating facts and division, or creating chaos and division, and that they're not giving facts and they don't want the truth. That is a lie. We know who the author of the chaos is, and it is the mayor. Now let's jump to the next point. So we go to 1 minute and roughly 40 seconds or so, and we're going to hear her talk about tooting her own horn, taking taking credit for doing a great job in the village.
You tomorrow. I have been doing a great job at the township and at the village. When people try to bring people in to do fake investigations, because it's fake news, because they don't tell you both sides, tell you one-sided narratives, and don't allow everybody should get investigated. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. It shouldn't be geared towards one individual. It was illegal. You cannot appoint again.
Okay, let's stop right there. So first of all, fake investigations, that is a lie. And then she goes on to say that everyone should be investigated, not one individual. But of course, you're the one breaking the law. That's why the FBI is on you. Everyone else should not be investigated. So that's a deflection, which is basically a lie. Then she goes on to say that, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. The 2-minute and 50-second point. Let's forward here. This is a really good one. This is a good one. And this is where she's going to talk about corruption in the community.
What we doing? And we want change. We want things to go right in our community. But sometimes there's been so much bad and so much corruption in our communities that when we try to implement the change, it's like, y'all want to know why. And y'all know why. Y'all got clubs in our community that have...
So what she just said here is that she's trying to implement change. And it's hard to do that because of the corruption. So we know that is a lie. I tell you what, it takes a really debased person to commit acts of corruption and then act like it's being committed against you while you're trying to save the community and do good things. That's debased. Moral turpitude definitely fits that because she's gaslighting you. She's breaking the law, spending money, getting kickbacks, driving up the deficit, and then blaming a fictitious party on doing corruption or blaming the Board of Trustees on the corruption. That, my friends, is moral turpitude. Let's go on to the next one. At the 3-minute and 19-second mark, she's going to talk about how they only tell you one side of the story and not the other.
Another shoot. But the news don't play that. So they tell you one side, but don't tell you what's going on. And that's why I tell y'all, do y'all research. Y'all should always do your research, pull paperwork, so you will know what's going on.
All right, that is a lie. The news is not telling a lie. They have brought up facts. And furthermore, how ridiculous is it that Mayor Henyard keeps telling us to do our research? I would recommend that she stop making that statement because this is going to probably add years to your sentencing. Stop telling people to do research. You talk too much. If we do our research, we go to YouTube and we dig through the archives and we find you running your mouth, making statements, providing the evidence that we need to know that you're running a bunch of scams. It's all in the archives. All we have to do is watch those board meetings and listen to you contradict yourself. So that, as a matter of fact, is a lie. Let's move on to the next one, which is at the 3-minute and 48-second mark, which I think this is an example of just moral depravity. So I believe that what you're about to see here definitely fits the definition of moral turpitude because she is inciting God while doing evil. Here we go.
You community, if you're watching this and you see me going through this, I want you to keep me in your prayers. Keep me uplifted. Because at the end of the day, only God can tell you what to do. Only God got the final say so. He are leading us.
He are leading us. He is leading us. Tiffany Henyard says that she has a college degree, that she did an accelerated program and completed it in a year in 2021. I don't believe it. I think that is a lie because she doesn't understand basic grammar that is taught in grade school. I know people in the 5th grade that have better diction and grammar than Tiffany Henyard. And what you just heard there, amongst many other things that she says, this is proof to me that she's probably lying about having that college degree. The next one comes at the 4-minute and 45-second mark. And at this point, she's going to tell everyone, basically, come and get some free food. We're going to pay all your utilities and everything else because everything is free. Let's listen.
A food service. Hey, we have a food service thing going on right now, and people tend not to even want to tell y'all that. So if you're hungry, every Wednesday you can come by and get food and get different stuff. And then also you got our GA department. Our GA department, if you need help with your light, your gas, your water bill, things of that nature, you guys can come up here and get help for free.
That is a lie. It is not free. It comes out of the pockets of the people that you are fleecing, that you're raising the taxes of. It's the residents who pay taxes that pay for all these free things that you were given. I think that is gaslighting. That is a lie. That is moral turpitude. Okay, let's go to the 5-minute and 35-second mark for our next ridiculous statement. And in this one, she's going to lay some facts about the fake story. Let's listen in.
Fast, you'll see what's next. But I wanted to lay some facts to that fiction story, that little fake story that's out there about how it works. Myself, the mayor of Dolton, is the only one that can appoint for any of the positions I just said before you. But people not telling you that. They sitting here did a mockery about Lightfoot in. Come on, really? Stop it. You know the rules. You especially, because you was a mayor. You was. Past tense was. Brandon, come get your girl. Come on, stop playing.
Now, this is interesting. She calls Lori Lightfoot, former Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and no matter how much you like her or dislike her, it's probably not appropriate to refer to her as a girl. And then I love how she uses the current mayor's name as if you're on a first name basis, which you might be, and say, come get your girl. We'll see how that works out for her. I thought that was interesting. But anyhow, at the 6-minute and 22-second mark, we have another fantastic statement that she's going to make. That is a grandiose exaggeration, if not outright lie.
What we do in our community. You've seen me come, cut trees down, do streets, sidewalks, alleys, things that ain't never been done in my city, ever. If you talk to people that really can tell you what's up about Dolton, they gonna tell you, Tiffany, the only mayor that's been putting on for the city.
That's a lie. That is a bald-faced lie. I don't know how much more we need to talk about that. She's the only mayor that's fixed the sidewalk, that's trimmed trees and received cutbacks or kickbacks. She's the only one that has fixed the streets. All right, that's just ridiculous. That definitely, in my opinion, fits the definition of moral turpitude. Now, let's run to the 7-minute mark where she starts talking about the expenses to the lawyer that the trustees have hired to investigate.
And another thing, y'all brought an individual that ain't never gonna get paid because it's illegal. I told y'all that already.
That's a lie. Lori Lightfoot will get paid because they overrode the veto.
They never gonna get paid $400. This lady put in her paperwork, $400 an hour. An hour, guys. Where they do that at? So for those that don't understand, and y'all,
where they do that at? Okay, so it's interesting how she complains about the $400 an hour, which is a fair rate that a very experienced lawyer can charge, and I'll argue with anyone on that point. While she created and ran up a $900,000 bill. $900,000 tab on the Delgado Group. All right. Let's see here. Let's continue on where she's going to make a statement that concerns the travel expenses that would need to be covered by the Lori Lightfoot team, and then we'll share a quick video.
$400 an hour is $100 every 15 minutes.
What did she just say? I'm going to have to slow this down. I want to play this statement again. Let's slow this down because that just was wow. All right, here we go. Let's go back.
So for those that don't understand, and y'all mouth ain't mouthing.
I thought she said y'all mouth ain't mouthing. And I didn't know what the heck that meant until I realized she's saying y'all math ain't mathing. Okay, but she has an accelerated bachelor's degree, right? How about that? All right, let's continue on.
$400 an hour is $100 every 15 minutes. To do what? Come on, it's a money grab. Now all I can do is open y'all eyes up and make y'all see what's going on. Because some people don't know. And that ain't even just for her. That's her. That's her salary. And then what about the team that she got to bring in? What about travel expenses? All that's in the paperwork.
Yeah, on travel expenses.
Records show Henyard and her team have charged taxpayers more than $102,000 for trips they've taken in the past year. That includes a stay at the Four Seasons in Atlanta and a $13,000 hotel tab in New York City. Township taxpayers also paid for a trip to Las Vegas, in which a Dolton trustee is accused in a civil lawsuit of sexual misconduct.
But they didn't tell y'all that, did they?
Okay, here
They
comes
made this
another
whole
one
little
at the
scene
7
and
minute
they
and 49
showcased,
minute mark.
Mess in our village. And it's sad because the people that sit on the board with me are creating all the chaos.
That is a lie. All we have to do is watch the board meetings and we know who is creating the chaos. That is an absolute bald-faced lie. So she's gaslighting, telling a lie. That's definitely a quality of depravity, of either psychotic behavior or pathological lying. Now, we're going to go to the 8-minute mark where she's going to admonish the fake YouTubers out there and social media people.
From all over, YouTubers or fake wannabe Instagrammers or whatever y'all call nowadays. That's not cool.
So that's not cool, but she is doing a Facebook Live and she is a wannabe Instagram influencer herself with her failed podcast that is on Instagram. And then she goes on to introduce Keith Price as a social media influencer. So this is just the same twisted up talk that makes no sense, where she is insulting you for doing something that she is doing herself. Now we're going to jump to the 8-minute and 34-second mark. And this is a very interesting one, where she is going to talk about the people who voted to have Lori Lightfoot come in while we don't spend money for kids and swimming pools. So she's going to paint this picture that she is the defender of the kids. All right, let's listen in.
Y'all voted for Lightfoot, right? To come in here at $400 an hour. That's $100 for every 15 minutes. But yet y'all won't vote to open the swimming pool for the kids. That make sense.
Okay, well, let's make that make sense by going to this clip that might let us know that she is not the champion of the kids. Let's cut to clip.
What are you holding there?
I have 4 tickets issued from the village of Dolton, and each ticket is $500 a piece. That is $2,000 worth of tickets that I have here.
Dolton Park District President Cleo Jones says they were stunned last week when they received citations for doing work without a permit. He says 2 of the tickets were issued for spreading fresh mulch on district playgrounds.
So every year we replenish the mulch in the park to ensure that the safety of the kids are playing on a safe surface by playing on some healthy mulch. And we do this every year.
Have they ever asked for a permit before?
Never. Never in a million years.
The other 2 tickets appear to be for replacing old playground equipment with brand new equipment.
My response was, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What does the village have to do with the park district?
Jones believes the Park District, a separate unit of government, is being targeted by controversial Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who's currently at the center of an FBI corruption investigation. The Park District believes it's retaliation for allowing the 4 Dolton trustees opposed to Henyard to hold meetings at a Park District field house after they were barred from Village Hall, including the meeting in which they appointed former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate Henyard.
All right, so I think that definitely clears that up. This statement that she has made about standing up for kids in a swimming pool expenses. This is moral turpitude. Now, I'm sorry, Tiffany Henyard, but your kids don't deserve a swimming pool when you don't have the money. Nobody gets a swimming pool that doesn't deserve it. If you don't have the money, your kids don't get a swimming pool. All right, so let's continue on with a little bit more of the madness as she makes a statement that the number one problem for the community in Dolton is that kids need to learn to swim. That's the number one problem.
That we should open the pool, because that's what I'm advocating for, to teach our kids, especially the black and brown kids, how to swim. Because that's the number one thing they all say. We don't know how to swim.
The number one thing they all say is that the kids in Dolton don't know how to swim. So that's a deflection and a lie. This definitely would be moral turpitude because it takes a very debased individual to do just these insidious things that she's doing and then turn around and put a guilt trip on you, claiming that you don't care about the kids. That is the most disgusting form of gaslighting that you probably could find. Let's jump to the 9-minute and 27 mark for a little special thing that she says here, which I just find entertaining.
Again, are the things y'all bogus. Somebody put Beetlejuice. Y'all funny. I ain't mean to read that, but okay.
That was a lie. She did mean to read that. She said it out loud. And let's just see how well teasing Lori Lightfoot and calling her Beetlejuice on a live stream plays out to you once we get the results of the investigation. I will put my money on Lori Lightfoot. Last but not least, and then we're going to wrap this up. The 9-minute and 55-second mark. This is a good one. I think this is a very good example.
All this smoke that's going on, did y'all know that my board of trustees in the village of Dolton, the four, that they raise y'all property taxes? Y'all didn't know that, huh? Did the dude tell you that? Nope. But this all the thing.
This all the things. Now notice how it's just such a laughing, joking matter. Like you're just entertaining us. If this was so serious, do you think if she was really innocent, would she be acting like a buffoon here and laughing and teasing and joking and picking? I don't think so. So anyway, she had mentioned that it was them that raised the taxes and that she's not the one that's been making that attempt. That is a lie. All you need to do is go and look at the footage from the Thornton Township Board meetings where she was very angry after the public came out en masse and voted the tax increase down that she wanted to do for, mental health reasons. Okay, now let's just wrap all this up now. So I'm of the opinion that we are dealing with acts of moral turpitude here. And that's just my opinion, okay? That is my opinion. I'm not a legal expert. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a psychologist. But when you see the vindictiveness of what was displayed in that last news clip where, okay, you're coming out saying that you're a champion for the kids. But then since the Park District has their own tax base, they tax the citizens and they have their own trustees, their own budget. Since that doesn't fall under your leadership and since you're angry because the trustees had meetings in the Park District and because a certain individual works there that you don't like, which I'll be getting into in the next video, then you're going to start handing out $500 fines for something that is helping protect the safety of kids. That's disgusting, debased, and absolutely the vitriol to be that vindictive to issue $2,000 worth of fines to the Park District while they're trying to make sure that kids are safe, while you're lying, saying that you are protecting the kids' rights to having a swimming pool. Okay, so all of the examples that you've seen, I think each one of these is an act of moral turpitude. That's just my opinion. Calling the FBI investigation a fake investigation, calling everything fake news. It's psychotic. It's absolutely psychotic. I think that these are the things that we see when you're dealing with a person that suffers from sociopathic narcissistic disorder. I mean, it's extreme, guys. It's very extreme. It's very, very serious. So hang out with me for the next video when I talk more about this whole little bit of vindictiveness, and I'm going to give you the background of what I've discovered and explain how all that came about. And in the meantime, I would absolutely love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Go Political channel. And if you would like to help me produce more of these informative videos, you may do so by the giving of a super thanks. And I thank you in advance. You can also sign up on YouTube to become a paid member of the channel. And that will help me to defray these expensive costs because it's just getting expensive. Share this with a friend, spread it around. We need everybody in Dolton and Thornton Township to see this video. And that is all I've got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.